For the final time in 2018, let's have a look at the rural real estate market. Yeah, how much is your farm worth? It's been a bit of a challenging year for the industry and for farmers who wanted to sell their properties, unless, of course, they owned a kiwifruit farm. How's my summation? Peter Newbold, GM of PGG Wrightson. I'm not a mile away. Kiwifruit farm's a lot easier to sell than dairy farms.
Yeah, you're dead right there, Jamie. I guess if you look at the last part of this month in November, we saw an increase, which was really positive in sales, a little bit behind last year. I guess the weather didn't play its hand in some of our areas, as everyone will know. The lifestyle market was good, a little bit back, but still a good market. I think we've really noticed in the last 2 months, there's still this pressure on values, and I guess some of them are being hidden a bit where you've got limited stock. But overall, I think for November and closing off December, it's been a much better period.
Okay, let's have a look at the year in summary in terms of the elephant in the room, and it has been the dairy properties, because there's been an increased interest, for instance, in some of those sheep and beef properties, especially with great returns at the moment for lamb and mutton. Beef's okay, pretty good, and venison's going very well as well.
Yeah, look, it's been a really interesting year, and I think, the rural market, it's at the bottom of the cycle, if I say that. And we've talked about it before, that capital gains piece has disappeared. So a little bit of reality has set in, and people are starting to look at what are the real values of properties. We've also had over the years some extreme differences in value, where you take a key property right next to a town which has achieved, great prices versus, something further afield. But I think in general terms, there's been strong pressure on values, which we were sort of pretty quiet on earlier in the year, and which has meant a reduction in the buyer pool. And then, of course, as we know, big dairy farms have basically hit the wall, and I don't think the OIO has helped in that space. But on the positive, things look upwards, and lifestyle's been a strong market.
Yeah, when you look at the external pressures, and you've listed them here, and you're right on the money: M. bovis, the weather, environmental, political, the OIO, financial, sentiment about dairy farms, and some of the issues around the environment there. Yeah, challenging times. But as we head towards next year, gaze into your crystal ball. You're going to talk it up for me?
Yeah, look, I actually think we're going to see an improvement in rural sales. As I said, I think we're at the bottom of the cycle. People are starting to look at values more realistically. So I think as that happens, we'll see more buyers, and I think we'll see a small increase in sales, especially in the autumn. Again, value is the key piece, and after a certain period of time, that will get together. I think one of the big things we are going to see in this coming year is change of land use, which is driven by, I guess, sector values and demands. And we're already seeing that now, especially in the North Island, where, dairy's been changed to, say, horticulture or cropping, and say, South Auckland is moving to the Waikato. So I think that's something we're going to see. I still think we're going to see challenges in the big dairies. And again, I don't think a lot of people realise the impact OIO has had on that, and how you have that sort of effect of a whole lot of transactions being held up. And then from a lifestyle perspective, I think it'll be a good market, and there's no reason why provincial residential won't be strong because of the value proposition in provincial New Zealand. So I think it's going to be a better year, Jamie.
Well, I hope you're right. Hey, listen, let's just finish with our final PGG Wrightson Property of the Week, and this one will be on our website, thecountry.co.nz. Click on Rural Properties, it will be there. Joe Blackiston, he's a bit of a character, isn't he, out of your Marlborough office, has a stunning vineyard for sale. The home is to die for.
Yeah, no, it's interesting. Sophie, who's new to our business up there, and Joe have listed this property in Rapara, which is, you'd probably argue, one of the primo areas in Marlborough. One of those homes that, we'd all love to live in. But it's got an incredible vineyard, which is leased out at the moment. Beautiful grounds. Just one of those properties that sort of ticks every box. And it's something very unique, and we're really proud to have on the market. But yeah, go to the website and have a look. It's very unique.
Peter Newbold, thank you for your contribution throughout 2018. We'll catch you back next year, and I hope to catch you in Queenstown over the holiday break and see if I can get revenge on you, because one of us, Peter, plays golf off an honest handicap, and I'll just leave that up to the listeners to decide which one. So I'm seeking revenge, and I'm looking forward to having a beer with you over the break.
You know, it'll be good, Jamie, and I'm sure your listeners will know who probably plays on a genuine handicap.
Have a good one. See you later.
Yeah. Cheers, Jamie. Bye.